My die suck, with no room for logic or self-awareness to pass. In the end, it's my die suck.
In the dozens of reported dead, but that toll expected to climb. We want to go to...
Bloody hell. There's nothing on.
Family, religion, friendship. These are the 3 demons you must slay if you wish to succeed in business. When opportunity knocks, you don't want to be driving to the maternity hospital or sitting in some phony baloney church.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me dollars when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. Tranquil as a forest, within. Once you find your center,
I see no safety jobs.
to win. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you have
Toonguard ball is effort. Whoa.
somehow
Oh, he got it done! Burn a reroll!
out of
I'm never gonna catch my breath.
Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boy, was I a fool in school for cutting Jim. This guy's got him scared to death.
Hope he doesn't think back to me.
Now I really wish that I knew how to swing. You must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon.
That's a big one.
With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious
hitting this?
as the dark side.
We're hitting the ball. Oh, shit.
Oh no!
Time is racing towards till the Huns arrive. Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're inserted for the rage of war. So back up, go home, you're through. How could I make a man out of you? You must be swift as a
Gets to pick up the palm of the plate. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. We must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of, mysterious as the dark side of, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
You gonna unmute?
Yeah, I did. Unmute, right as you said it. So hello everyone and welcome to your next round of 61 playoff game of the ReBBL playoffs. I'm your host Tomo for today's action, and I'm once again joined by ReBBL's big boss Full Metal. How are you today,
Hello.
sir?
I am not too bad. It is a lovely warm day. It's a long day of Blood Bowl ahead of me, specifically, ahead of the ReBBL in general. But I mean, have you seen the calendar today? It is stacked.
Yeah, I can't see myself getting much sleep tonight. But
And speaking of stacked, we've got a really couple of stacked teams. Well, definitely one stacked team.
I've got the
Coming
least
up.
stacked team up on screen first. Got Free Hugs 2 here, coached by G-Cell. And
You know what? As soon as I heard Free Hugs 2, I was like, surely that's a Nurgle team, right? That...
Nurgle Underworld,
Parallel?
yeah. Like, you know, the whole
Parallel?
tentacles troll thing.
But yeah, so it's a team. I mean, it's not is not in the same place as Synergy's team, is it? let's be truly honest. It's a bit underdone.
Yeah, like you get the feeling that like with another season or two under its belt, if it keeps performing well in kind of the conference, it's gonna grow into being a really really good team. And when I watched his last game, he made really good use of his bull centaur speed. He was spotting opportunities and really taking advantage, kind of like the opportunities that was given to him. But even that game felt a little bit soft compared to what he's going to be running into today.
Yeah, I mean this is what, a 1-season team.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's just I'm genuinely looking at it going, I wonder how much of it's going to be left.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say underdeveloped Magikarp salesman. I'd say for a 1-season Chorf team, that's about par for the course. A couple of levels on blockers. Maybe the blockers are a little underdone. A very nice bull centaur. Like that block, break, tackle is a great bull centaur. But with one guard, how do you even find hits? Like, if you want to switch over to the other team to show my point.
Yep.
Like,
on it now.
how is he find? He's got a claw player, but it hasn't got Mighty Blow behind it. He's got a couple of Mighty Blow players, but how do you find hits against the monstrosity that he's playing against?
Yeah, I mean, Nurgtown Crooners are on stream now, and yeah, this is a monster team full of a few players that you know particularly well.
One of them specifically was from my team. Good old Bearded Ant. Synergy is pushing her to legend very, very slowly, but he's getting there. And yeah, I mean, look, it's strength 5 Nurgle Warrior with guard, and then 3 other Nurgle Warriors with guard, and a Beast of Nurgle with guard, and strength 6. Where do you find the hits if you're 3 hugs? I mean, you don't even need to get into like grand strategy or anything. The turn 1 question is, how do you punish this team?
Yeah, I know, I completely agree. Like, just so much strength, so much guard. Like, this is just a fully developed team that could have easily been in Div 1 in the Big O. Like if we had one more dropout, like Synergy was the next one that was like going to be getting bumped up to Div 1. Failing that though, like I'm genuinely pleased he's in playoffs because he's always finished kind of like 5th place or 4th place, or just narrowly missed out. Whereas
we have in G-Man, we have Thomas T, who Harring's is constantly referred to as Thomas T is the best coach to never make playoffs. I think the argument I would make is Thomas T was the best G-Man coach to never make playoffs. I would argue, as far as the Big O is concerned, Synergy is the best Big O coach to never make playoffs. Yeah, and both of them got here this season. I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't need to be super kill focused, Darby. It's. I mean, you just said it's not super kill focused. It's got 3 Claw Mighty Blow players. That's pretty good. But it's not the kill stack that's the problem. It's the fact that the Chorfs aren't getting a look in. I mean, I don't even know what inducements would truly help them here. I think they've got to pick up an Apple, because aggressive Appling is the best way to win games against Nurgle, keeping your numbers up. So, he's going to need Apples. He's going to need Babes to keep his players on the field. He's probably going to want a Wizard, but his team isn't really super fit to exploit that. I don't like calling games as over before they start, but unless he has some freakishly good casualty dice, I don't know what he does, Tomo. And I don't know if you've got any insight that I'm missing, but...
No, not really. I think you're pretty much bang on. Like, it's going to be a very, very difficult game for the Chorfs. It's the type of game where, like, all I can really do is kind of sit back and say, okay, then, show me, teach me how you're actually going to turn this over, because I just don't see it.
If you've got a way, we'll all watch and call you a hero for pulling it off, because right now we haven't got a way out for you. And Morg, not the inducement you want, because when you've got a strength 5 Claw Mighty Blow player and that much guard, Morg gets pinned down and gets beaten to death, and then there's 430k of inducements that you can't apple.
Yeah. Anyway,
Morg
guys,
is a bit of a trap.
they're going to be heading into inducements just now, and I'm no Herringzod, but I've actually prepared a little hype video for this game. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play that now. Volume warning. I've got no idea how loud this music's gonna be, and you guys know what hype video music's like. So I'm gonna put this on and load up the game, and hopefully the next time you hear from me, I'll be in kickoff. So here we go.
Suck with no room for logic or self.
We are.
We're back.
In a world, dude.
And we're live, and I've just pressed play, so I should be seeing who chose to receive and everything first.
Interestingly, you're going to see something else as well that we didn't predict. We didn't discuss it.
Rain is the first thing I'm noticing.
No, you ain't got there yet. Then there's something coming up. You're going to notice. Rain doesn't make it that spicy when Synergy has an Agi5 player.
Oh, wow, okay. Halfling Master Chef. So the Chofs are getting one team reroll in the first half, and Synergy's losing one. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be impactful enough to make like a huge difference, but...
You know what? I have to say, I was consistently surprised when I played my Nurgle team that people didn't take chefs against me, because I think it's pretty large value on a slow team like Nurgle. Actually, chef fairly good value, especially in overtime format. Oh, hello. This is getting awfully spicy. I'm a little bit ahead of you, I think. But you know what? The thing that jumps out to me is, and it's questionable, is if you look at the players that G-Cell has thrown on the line, I've got questions. There's a rookie being held back, and he's got his claw player on the line.
Yeah, that feels a little bit weird. Oh,
and it looks like
wow, okay. Well,
yeah, as the ball literally bends space and time.
The game's doing its best to throw some kind of uncertainty into this so far. You know, it's gonna.
Yeah, everyone had written him off, and he's like, the game's like, not yet. Don't do it yet.
Yeah, Rain, Halfling Master Chef, and then Blitz.
I've got to say, though, the rain, honestly, yeah, that's bad news, Bears. You can't reroll that, though, shoot. I mean, you got 4, so maybe you can. But turn 0 reroll's not really the one.
Maybe in his head he could have thought, oh, you know what, I've just stole 1. You know, I wasn't necessarily planning on having that anyway. Maybe I'll roll it. But...
James, I would argue he set up against Blitz a little bit because he has kept an Agi player back, and Chorf's not known for their speed, really. He's got this spare sweeper rotter, and it's not like the Chorfs can get onto the ball. He has ways out, is what I'm trying to suggest. He needs to get off the line. He needs to get... He needs his first turn blocks to get people free. Otherwise, he's got a real problem. But the Chorfs on the line are so spread out that it's not going to be that hard to free them up, even with just pushes. We've also got Hthark and a Wizard. So there is... Like I said, I didn't predict the Chef, but I like that pickup. In overtime format, it can be devastating. If you lose 2 or 3 rerolls in the second half, then you've got to potentially play an entire half plus overtime on 1 reroll. That's pretty scary.
Does the Chef trigger going into overtime, like at the end of the second?
It doesn't trigger at the start of overtime, but obviously whatever you have going into the second half carries on into overtime.
Yeah, that is true.
There's a lot of basing coming on, and he needs to tie down the players, but this could go very wrong very quickly.
Yeah, I agree. It's the type of thing, all or nothing thing. You're like, right, Nuffles, give me this shot. I'm going to try and make the most of it here by, you know, just basing absolutely everything up and saying, okay, opponent, you've got to roll dice now.
That scatter off the kickoff, really not good for synergy. If it had bounced inwards, he'd be in a much better spot to make a cage, but he's going to need... There's mandatory GFIs on the go here to even begin to form a cage.
Not so sure. You could just blitz down the Bull Centaur and use the players that you've kind of used for the blitz to form like a cage, kind of like in front of it where he is now.
Well, he has freed up Gringo Star, which is a key player in his defensive setup there with the stand firm.
We are seeing, you know, Claw Mighty Blow hits already. And that's a stun Chorf right from the off.
Being honest though, I would kind of expect the Agi 5 to hand off to the Agi 4. It's something that I've seen Synergy do in the past, where when he's actively against a Wizard, it's something that I've advised him to do as well, is to get the ball off of the Agi 5 and use his Agi 4 as the carrier and the Agi 5 as the, ooh, everything's gone a bit wrong, I need a fix.
Yep, that makes sense.
It's very much the way I use my Agi 5 as well.
Bolt makes recovery after the bolt awful. Rain. Ah, okay, there you go.
Words.
Yeah,
I think he needs to not block on the line with Yellow Grubmarine. He needs that player to deal with Bull Mentula. But without his Beast having block, it means that you're probably going with an unskilled Rotter, which is a bit scary.
Or he could... Well, there is the 3 dice there, but...
I have to say, I'm a huge fan of G-Cell already with just this incredible, like, I am going in, boys, kind of approach to the game. It's so easy to look at this kind of matchup and go, well, my team's dead, so I'm just going to play super cagey and hang back. Yeah. And he really hasn't done that, and I'm a huge fan. Hthark is a Strength 5 Bull Centaur. Hello. That's a ridiculously good stun.
There he is.
Hthark is a Strength 5 Bull Centaur with block, break, tackle, and Juggernaut. Actually really good. Really, really good. There we go. That's the hit that he wanted to knock that one, right? Hello.
Wow, that's huge.
That is massive. Especially without the... I did advise potentially an Apo.
He'll Apo that.
Niggled as well. I don't know if you let it go. It's only a... Oh, yeah. I think I might have let that one go, you know? It was just break tackle. That is not a key player. I mean, Bulls are important in this matchup, but I don't think it's that important when you've got, you know, the other Bull is much better.
Yeah, the other Bull is much better, but
Well, that guy's 100% getting blitzed. Like, Yellow Grub Marine is put himself in the line of fire from Bull Conchal area. The Beast's on the move. It's such a nice beast. If this gets blocked next level, it's going to be a true monstrosity.
Yeah. I mean, it already is, but yeah, block would make it even better. You know, like, coming back to what you were saying about, you know, being a fan of G-Cell already, like, I agree. Like, not so much in this playoffs round so far, because all the teams that have been underdogs have really gone for it. But definitely in previous playoffs, we've seen teams kind of, you know, looking towards preserving their own team rather than actually, you know, risking it all to try and advance. Some big names as well in the Blood Bowl community kind of taking that approach, rather than throwing everything for the win.
I don't know, I think there's a point where you can play too risk-averse. Now, unfortunately, it has cost G-Cell, because that Niggle is a bad hit. And the Apple go on turn 1, really bad. I genuinely think that was a mistake, but I understand why he did it. Synergy managing to bring that bull down and then form basically a cage, because, you know, even Hathark ain't getting in there, thanks to Beautiful Screamer. I still think maybe the play is now to blitz, to break tackle Hathark out and go after Beautiful Screamer directly. Because, you know, you might have Wrestle, but you've got Juggernaut and Block, so you don't care about Wrestle.
That is true. I don't know, is he really, like, the play you want to be hitting? You know, over maybe going for, like, the Festa-Day and Today? Or...
Well, if you think about it, right, Agi 4 and Agi 5 are the linchpins to this, right? Agi 4 is 50% of your planned recovery if the ball goes down. Agi 5 is the other half. The plan is you're already Lightning Bolting Agi 5. So you remove Agi 4 as well, and suddenly if the ball goes down, Synergy's could be in a real spot of bother actually recovering it. So yeah, I personally think focusing the two Agi players is the way forwards in this matchup. And a lot of people forget this, but going after Pestigors and stuff, it's not the best plan. I mean, you start with the Rotters because Nurgle need their strength and their numbers. So if you start at the Rotters and start working down their utility, their extra assists, and the players that are the easiest to remove, and then you go after the Pestigors, and then when the Warriors are left over, the team kind of can't do anything.
Yeah, it does make sense. Go for the more vulnerable ones first.
I can talk about this now because I'm not playing Nurgle anymore, so I'm not telling people how to beat me. I never talked about this when I played Nurgle. But yeah, the way to beat Nurgle, start at the Rotters and work up, and eventually they just run out of steam because Rotters are much more important to a Nurgle team than a Nurgle coach will ever let you believe.
It's an interesting point, an interesting approach, because like normally when you are looking at a team, you sort of like you single out their best players and you single out the ones who like, right, this guy's the most dangerous, so I'm gonna try and hit him first. Whereas, yeah, the approach of necessarily kind of, you know, starting on the Rotters and working your way up.
Well, like, okay, yeah, if you're going after the most dangerous players, well, I mean, like, the most dangerous player on this team is arguably a Strength 5 block Nurgle Warrior. It's so you're trying to find enough assists to hit Strength 5. You're trying to get to Foul Appearance. It's got block already. Even if you do eventually bring it down to AV9, even if you've got Claw, you've still got to injure the thing, and then it's still got regen.
Yeah.
The amount of effort it takes to bring down a warrior, you know, by that point, the Nurgle team is going, all right, sound, you focus on my warrior, which is what I want you to do. Now the rest of my team is just going to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an interesting game for Rumor. I think it could be argued there was some very key Agility 5 failures in that game that really cost me. Yeah, but I mean, look at it now. Because the way the Beast is and stuff, these players are... It's Bash Central for poor G-Cell right now. He's about to take more hits than he wanted to at this point. He's got Claw against his rookie blocker. He's got Mighty Blow against the dirty player Hob. And we've still got a blitz coming in that can target down Bull Consular as well. It's
some fouls as well, even. You know, if this bull, you know, it's more or less stranded in kind of like enemy territory here. You know, Synergy can more or less do whatever he wants with it.
the one thing I think is a weakness of Synergy's team is he still doesn't have a dirty player rotter. And I really feel like it's a missing component to the just the death machine that Nurgle become.
Yeah, it's definitely a strength of Nurgle's having all these rotters that are really cheap and good, all in pieces.
Hello.
But if you keep breaking armor like that, you know.
This Pestigor is on a tear, isn't he?
He's
already he's 100% breaks, and one of them was a niggle. Yeah, one more Kaz and he gets a level as well, and that's going to be piling on. And if Synergy goes to the next round with that level up, whoever he faces next is not going to be happy. Not every blitz is about a removal sign, mate, but again, even when it comes down to it, trying to bring down Nurgle warriors that are strength 4 or strength 5, usually backed up by other players with guard, have foul appearance. Like, it's not the easiest thing in the universe. And Nurgle have enough tools to pitch control that not removing them is a problem.
Yeah, like, when it comes down to it, like, I don't really see the win. We were talking about this before the game. I don't see the win condition for the choice at this point. Like,
yeah, that was my concern as well. Is it's how do they win this? And I just don't. I think he played his first turn as perfectly as he could, but like I said, Synergy's just got too much. Like, you know, if he can get Sergeant Pupper moving, he's got a pre-built cage here, pretty much.
this is Synergy not being able to score in time. I don't know.
But like I said, that's why focusing the Agi 4 becomes ever more important, because you're already planning to bolt an Agi 5 niggled player.
I like your guys' optimism, but I don't know.
Remember we were talking before the cast about not being biased, Tomo?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I like their optimism that you know.
I like their optimism, but it's doomed. I'm just saying, guys. You know, he's got energy in the chat, but he's doomed. So,
like I said, teach me how to play this. Teach me how you win in this position. I'm an elf coach. I'd literally just run away from both of these teams. So
sorry, Chief. I can teach you how to win. I can teach you how to win as the Nurgle, because that's the matchup I know here. But yeah, look at this. Hathark is set up for a solid clawing, isn't he? At this point, it's you might, you know what? If I'm being honest, I think the play might be a blitz with Hathark.
Yeah.
Dodge down above the Agi 4 rotter.
yeah, I mean he is getting pretty good odds. You know, he's strength 5 with break tackle.
It's like a 3+ dodge, isn't it? And to dodge, if you dodge down below Paul Gastronomy, and then you get to hit the rotter as well. And it's the only way you're not just getting smashed in the head.
What does he need to escape tentacles, though?
Yeah, you could also bust the other way, but I mean, you wouldn't need to escape tentacles. I suppose you would. It's, you know, you're dodging. It's opposed check for -4. It's not too bad.
I mean, he is strength 5, yeah.
I don't know. You could just go through the normal rotter, but I feel like I think you've got to do something aggressive that Synergy doesn't expect.
Jugs to hit the wrestle. Have to be tense though. This surge, yep, that's the play Metal was talking about.
It's the one I like, but it also gets you, Hethark on the ball, which becomes a bigger problem because he's not a small dude. If I was Synergy though, now especially with Bull Consular stunned, I'd absolutely be putting as many claw hits as I can into Hethark. That's not the one you want, is it?
He's taking the push there, yeah, to get out.
That doesn't overly. I mean, it's still. You could do a 2+ dodge. Yeah, get it.
Can't dodge
you have to
anywhere
use
else.
break tackle. He can do a 4+, but I don't know if you would. I'm with Incesticide on this. It's There's a very, very easy surf on that poor blocker who just stood up here.
Yep.
If you go with Gringo into Plasterer to chin push the blocker onto the sideline, then the wrestler can quite easily do a surf.
Yep. Bish, bash, bosh.
And the
Double
rain
surf
keeps on
as
pouring.
well.
Kill a bit to manage to live to level times those are slam jugs. You know what, Simon? I was 50-50, I'll be honest, because I love Juggernaut. I think it's a brilliant skill. I just wanted Juggernaut as a third skill, as a third double, and I just got a bit greedy, and I didn't get there yet. apparently Nuffle said 2 doubles was enough. I don't know what you're doing, Sin. That's not the player.
You can still recover this.
He can, but I mean, he had a much better player.
Push. Push.
There we go.
That warrior's got guard as well, doesn't he? Yeah, so you just jam him up. Jam him in there, 2 dice, bang, off you go.
See you next Tuesday. To be fair, I think gonna say that was because your piling on was awful. Yeah, but piling on a vamp is entirely different. I don't think you ever take piling on a vampire. That's true terror in terms of Synergy needs to be careful here though. He's committing a lot to do the blocks that he's getting, and he's not getting that far. He needs to really get a cage together, because we have got Bull Consular in the backfield here, ready and willing to attack the ball.
Yeah, I would like to see him, well, it looks like he's doing it anyway, but yeah, I'd like to see him actually, put the ball safe so that we can see kind of where his cage is going to be before he starts rolling anything
I have to say, I'm a little surprised that Paul Gastronomy wasn't all blitz, but I think this means he's blitzing with the ant into Hethark.
Yeah. Hit or thought, you move
strength 5 naturally.
1, 2, 3, 4, and he can still come back to get the 2 dice surf on the chaff as well.
Yeah. Strength 5 on Hethark. Well, G strength 5, so that's not the result you wanted though. With an extra, if he hadn't had that chef, I feel like that might have been a solid time to reroll. He's gone for the surf. I like this.
Yep.
It's far too much of an investment to try and surf the ant in return. If... Oh no! Oh no! At least it was a rookie.
Apple's gone as well, damn.
Big old kick from the rotter, straight in the crowd, and the crowd loved it. Oh no, that's a double skull. I just gotta reroll that, yeah.
A new rod of
One
signature.
reroll now, though.
A new Pokemon. Surf
See,
don't give a
I'm not
rodder?
sure Surfs don't give a brotter because it's not the player that kills the opposing player, it's the crowd.
Ooh. This reminds me of yesterday.
Oh, that was an off! Why would you? No! Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, no, and it's scattered onto the beast. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I'm having flashbacks a little bit.
I feel that was... I don't want to be harsh about this, but I feel like that was a little bit of desperation there. I mean, there's a way he can, using Hethark, clean up Sergeant Pupper. He brings Cut You down north of the ball. Not there.
Not there, yeah. You put him in there, put someone else in, then you got the assist to come down in place, yeah, but... Eek. Then you're talking, what, in the rain? 4+, 5+? I mean, with sure hands, I guess, like I said last game, you're getting 55%, but...
There's a point where you've committed to the play. You kind of have to do it, but the chaff's in the wrong place. That's your one guard, and okay.
We'll see where the scatter goes.
Scatter, but the scatter's likely gonna be bad, or not? Maybe. There's a lot more bad scatters than good scatters here. Let's just say that.
That's a good one. No, it's not. It's still intense.
No, it's not. It's still in the beast.
Yeah. It went towards him, so I was like, there's a chance, but no, there's...
It's still a pickup in a tackle zone, but now it's also a dodge out of the Strength 6 Beast of Nurgle.
Yeah. I got excited for half a second, but then I'm just like...
Yeah, no, it was bad news bears, mate. It was the... If you could pick it up, yeah, no, you can't hand off, because Nurgle, there's stink everywhere. The handoff in the rain is as bad, if not worse, than the dodge.
Yeah, like, we're clutching at straws here, like, we're trying to find a way, but they just...
Here, Agi2 Splitter
no
sat in a Beast of Nurgle and a Chaos Warrior Stink in the rain. I'm sure this will go well. Nah, the dodge is better because the dodge is more likely to work. The handoff's a 6+. The dodge is... Oh, what is it with Strength 3 versus Strength 6 Tentacles? About an 8?
The amount of times I've read Tentacles and then not understood it, like...
It's just the fact that it's the only skill in the game you've got to do math for. Opposing player rolls 2d6, adding their own player strength and subtracting the tentacle strength if the final result is 5 or less. So you need to get a 6 on 2 dice after an opposed strength is added. So it's a -3 to the roll, so you need a 9 or more. So 9 on 2 dice is better than 6 on 1 dice.
Yes, it's... That I can agree with.
Lavajacker believes in the Nurgle. I feel so bad for this poor guy, because he's really trying, but it's just...
Yeah, where's all you guys who were tipping G-Cell in the tipping competition here? How many of you guys are around?
They saw that turn 1 and went, nah, we're out. I really liked his first turn. I really liked his first turn. And then it's got worse and worse for him as the match has gone along.
Yeah, he's come to play. He's come to roll his dice, play, and give himself a chance. And you know,
I'm gonna put this out there, Tom. All right, if Synergy activates this Beast of Nurgle, I'm gonna scream at him. Right, and he did say he was looking forward to this cast because he knew that I wouldn't pull any punches with my commentary. If he activates this Beast of Nurgle this turn, I will yell at him because that would be stupid.
Synergy's always fairly disciplined in that, though, from what I've seen.
But that's how beasts are supposed to be. You're not supposed to use them. You're supposed to find a happy little spot for them and then leave them there forever. If you need to use your beast, you've probably screwed up. Now, there is a chance. Not a good chance, but there's a chance. That this could still go horribly for Synergy.
The thing that I'm looking at the minute is he has a lot of players that I'm not entirely sure what he's... Mind you, he's moving them all now.
Yeah, he needs to commit to a fight now. Because he's just... With the blocker out, he hasn't taken any damage. With the blocker out and the bull out, he can win any brawl he initiates now. He needs to bring the bearded ant back in. The one downside to her committing to the side is right now she's pushing around this claw player, but that is what's a claw block like 110k, 120k.
Yeah.
The bearded ant is like 240k of Nurgle Warrior. So right now this is pure value town for G-Cell because it's just claw, and the bearded ant is such a good player that if you just keep standing that back up, keeping her out of the fight does reduce Synergy's power level because it removes a strength 5 player, it removes a guard player. But I mean, I'm really clutching to try and find positives for the poor guy. I feel like you don't even block with this rotter. Or maybe you do so you can foul. There's nothing to foul with. Unfortunate.
He's already blitzed, hasn't he? So like...
Now, if I'm G-Cell, I'm break tackling away and attacking that Scabby Road. He's blocked, and he's found 2 powers. Well, that's pretty good.
Followed too.
You know what? I think he's trying to tie up as many players as possible. I mean, if you look at the field right now, there is one player that is actually free on the entire Chaff team. There's this one rookie, Hurty, at the back. And he's sat there going, what exactly am I supposed to do, boys? Look at them, they're horrible!
30 players free now. But again, what's he going to do from there?
It does let Hthark scatter the ball, is the only downside to that follow. And I think you do. Because again, we're talking about margins. Like, G-Cell has to play the margins. It's a low chance to pay off for him, but it's the only chance he's got. So it probably is a Hthark blitz.
Yep. I had to stand that up, cancel the assist there. Now he's getting 2 dice.
Push is okay.
Pushes the scatter, yeah.
I think I'd have liked Hthark to follow there, and not just because I've seen that. Well, you can push the guy who I said is doing nothing. He's now got something to do. He can push the rotter back into scatter again. But I think I'd have liked Hthark to follow to keep strength in the area.
No, he's gonna change. No, don't put it into the beast. I think I'd have tried. I'd have pushed him into. Oh, who's he blocked with? Yeah, that one. I'd have pushed him into Paul Catastrophe there. Pushed him back off the ball. And if you followed that through, you would have had a chance to, I don't know, maybe dodge out with the Sure Hands Hobble and actually try and get the ball.
In fact, I might have gone with Hurty and just played the scatter game. And just kept scattering the ball.
Yeah, again, for everyone in chat though, like, none of these suggestions and things are really criticisms. It's all, like, you know, various levels
I'm trying to provide, like, obviously I'm assuming there's two ways this is going to happen. It's either going to go, that was hideous, I want no part of that game ever again, I got murdered. Yeah. Or he might come back and go, well, was there anything I could have done better? And the suggestions are, like, it's minor stuff, but if you want to know what you could do better, that's potentially what you could have done better. Different small choices, but again, it's a game of inches to start with. stopping Synergy from scoring is a big deal, but to use your wizard to only stop a score in a world where one more casualty reduces your team for the second half permanently, it's a scary scrum to play out, because if you lose more than a couple of... Oh, that's a bad skull.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a bad double skull.
I didn't like that.
I think I'd have just left him based. You've got block, he's got tackle, he's got wrestle. It's probably better for you to let him do the punch.
Yeah. But the context of the... Yeah. Like, it's all this claw mighty blow, though. It just... I feel like we're counting down hits until, you know... Eventually,
it's like how many blocks are we going to see thrown before another player dies?
Yeah. It's kind of like when, not if at this point. So that's how it feels.
But that's the Nurgle game plan. Get him into a fight that he can't win, and then just win by the fact that your players won't die in his will.
I think the problem is that's also the Chorf game plan, when he has more TV on the Chorfs. So.
Yeah, true. It's just that the problem there is that that game plan only works. I'd consider re-rolling that, you know? And he is. He's thinking about it. That game plan of, getting 3 rolls in the second half. Well, not only is that a big if, it's what he has left when he gets there to make use of those re-rolls. It doesn't matter if you've got all the re-rolls if your entire team's dead. Very pushy turn from Synergy.
Yeah. The block dice have been fairly kind here.
It's time to activate the beast.
Would you put him just 1 square forward?
Or? Yes. Probably diagonally forwards, so you can take a hit with your Festa Day today.
Right.
Because you've got Gringo start to hold the gap straight forwards.
There's some part of me, I don't know where it's coming from, where I just want to see the kind of like Beast of Nurgle go right on top of the ball here. I don't know why.
Putting the Beast one to the left and just bodying up the ball. I mean, see, it was such a... If you'd have surfed the Strength 5, Synergy would have used his massive strength advantage to just pin your entire team against the sideline and had a free score. It was so much investment that, you got your Strength 5 off the pitch, but it took so much of your team to do it that you're just pinned then against the sideline. You've got to re-roll this, I think. Oh, no. Okay. Good discipline from Synergy.
It's always hard
you need a lot of players to serve a Strength 5. Because you needed a blitz and a block.
Yeah, it's always hard to justify kind of like, you know, the last action rerolls, like dodges in that sort of situation. Like, you've already used your blitz and stuff, like, you know, what are you trying to achieve with that piece type thing?
He definitely did the right choice there.
Now it's G-Cell's turn to push people around. I'm saying that, where's his next block coming? Guess he could blitz in with his Bull Centaur at the bottom here and try and scatter the ball again. Hit the rotter onto the ball. But then you're just putting more pieces on top of the beast, and that doesn't feel good.
I think you probably just blitz Scabby Road, if I'm honest. Bull Consulate directly into that Pestigore. And then maybe even consider fouling it. Because it is niggled. And it's also Synergy's best player in terms of getting that ball in hand.
It's like he's listening to you. And the armor break
really
pays off from there.
Yeah, you don't foul it now. You maybe even just YOLO foul the rotter with your dirty player, to be honest. I wouldn't hate just 0 assist fouling that rotter. Try and keep... Right now, if your plan is to cause this scrum and stop Synergy scoring this drive, fouling that rotter into a stun or better probably secures you the drive in the rain.
Yeah, it's like you were saying actually about kind of having the Agi to pick the ball up here. You know, with the Agi 5 stunned, you know, just even an armor break for a stun under that rod is kind of stopping the ball from going anywhere, really.
I like what he's doing. I think he's making some good choices on the whole. But yeah, I would love a foul on that rotter, because I feel like if you don't foul that rotter, next turn that ball is getting picked up. Because Synergy has the strength to fight back in this scrum.
Agi 5 can't score, that's true, but like, Lend Me Your Womb can get in the scoring range fairly easily. Oh, here's the foul. What's
Wrong
that?
player, he's stunned!
Wrong one.
No, I don't like this!
Wrong one.
Yeah, no, that was a mistake. That was to me, was a mistake. I understand it, because it's so very tempting.
Uphill the beast cries, chat. To what end and purpose? I tell you what though, like, the players aren't really going anywhere, and unless Synergy actually starts rolling some POWs, like, everything's just gonna stay where it is. And if he doesn't score, that is kind of, you know,
it's a win.
It's a win for G-Cell, yeah.
Funsies. Yeah, you know what? I don't hate you know what? I actually didn't hate Uphill and the Beast. For what? 55% chance to get him down? That's not bad.
Yeah, and that's another 1 in 9. You know, these Choffs are holding their ground here.
The block and dice is horrific. I feel like it's an attack on Hathark now. With the Ant. Not Hathark, but a big KO. And that's a ball scatter. This could be brilliant or terrible.
Oh god, that's not one of my students appeared in chat, is it?
No, it's a bot.
Is it? Good.
That's a yeah. I'm gonna. Am I an admin here?
Not yet.
Mod?
Will be soon.
Tom, I'll ban that man. Nobody click on the URL in Tark Ban Suto's profile picture because he's a bot. Did that Choff just catch the ball?
John dealt with it. Thanks, John. I don't know. I was alt tabbed. Don't just type him out, John.
I just casually killed the guy. Oh dear, that was. He was a hero, and now he's a zero.
I honestly don't know what just happened.
But basically, there was a lot of blocks, and a Choff caught a scattered ball inside all of the tackle zones and stink because 6 has happened. And then Deer Impotence just chinned him.
Right, okay.
Right, it's time to activate the beast because you needed this block, and it was a fat 3 dice. Hello.
Yeah.
Oof.
The
It's
blocking
gone.
dice have switched on now, yeah.
Right, this is it now. It's a 2+ dodge, 3+ pickup. 2+ dodge, 2+ GFI, 3+ pickup.
2+ dodge
and off he
works.
goes. That's your score right now. Is you get that boy up the field.
Oh, there we go. Everything's coming up fine.
See what I mean about Rotters being the key to this team? I called that.
My students have been trying to guess my YouTube and Twitch channels recently, so I got a bit nervous when I saw a Japanese-ish sounding name.
No, it was very much a bot. I've seen it pop up in other chats.
I am a teacher gonna side, yeah, but this stream's not about me. It's about the playoff coaches on the pitch at the moment. If you want to chat to me about it, you can do it some other time when I'm streaming.
He is a teacher of Blood Bowl, is what he is right now. He's teaching you all how to win this match. And you know what? I have to say, I've got huge respect for G-Cell. He's gone all out and he's not held back. Made a couple of potential interesting decisions. You need to break tackle. He's got a 4+ this.
Yeah, he's used break tackle, so yeah. Oh, he's made it.
Hthark is being. That was kind of stoppable. Oh, he's used a reroll and got it and then got double. Oh, you've got to feel for the guy, right? You've got to feel for the guy.
You know, that could still end up being big, because, you know, you're all of a sudden... Synergy has to make GFIs on that guy now.
You know what? I might now pull Hthark right back using his sprint and sure feet to try and stay out of range, and use him as like a sniper to try and attack the ball next turn, rather than trying to use him as a pillar. Yeah, like I said, 1 or 2 slight decisions I've not agreed with from G-Cell, but on the whole, I've got a huge amount of respect for the way he's playing this game, because he is just going all out.
He's not hiding. He's not just laying down and, you know, kind of looking to preserve his team, you know. He's one of these coaches, yeah, he's made it to playoffs and he understands what that means and he's actually doing his damnedest to try and make something of it. We've all got to kind of, you know, respect that.
He's just plus strength block juggernaut bull. I mean, it shows how good bulls are, but it especially shows how good plus strength bulls are. Oh, that's a skull.
Skull. Yeah. Into a brick.
Oh no! This rotter is incredible. That rotter has KO'd a Choff and stunned a bull in the last turn.
So yeah, Synergy's game plan seems quite self-evident from this situation. You know, just.
I mean, his game plan from here is to chin Hthark with the Strength 5 Nurgle Warrior.
Yeah, literally just punch stuff and move forward. Yeah, I mean,
if Hthark goes down, he can then move Sergeant Pupper in to mark the Hobgoblin and the blocker on the right. That even gives him a hit against the Hobgoblin with Mighty Blow. And yeah, it's gonna be very hard to get out from there. It's gonna smell a little bit like potato from Beautiful Screamer though, but it's okay.
It's not really potato.
I mean, you've got
no
to
one can
run
catch
out
it.
of time.
As long as that bull goes down, as long as Hthark goes down here, like no one's catching it. But does he go down though?
He does not. You can't reroll that because a double skull here would end your drive.
Does that kind of?
No, he's got a chance because now he moves. If he moves the beast first into that gap that I was talking about, then he runs Beautiful Screamer up the pitch, and then he sticks Deer Impotence on the bottom. Oh, that's a bad time to go stupid. You use Deer Impotence to block off the fourth corner, so essentially you're anti-caging Hthark.
Right. Is there a world where the Sure Hands Hobgoblin comes into play though? Like, he has to kind of like go right and straight now, doesn't he, with the ball carrier to move forward? Like, how does he get out of range of the Hobgoblin? Like, at the start of this turn, I was thinking, okay, just take your blocks and kind of move all your players up and left, knock Hthark down, and nothing's catching you. Oh, mind you, that's a good position of the Rotter there. Rotter's a good mill. I'm coming around.
Are you coming around to the fact that Rotters are actually brilliant players yet?
Yeah, I'm coming around.
He could even use this Pestigore that he's just freed up as the... I like the idea of putting Hthark in a cage.
Yeah, this looks fairly safe again. An injury for good measure.
That's a good player for Synergy to get casualties on as well. That guy's dead. Well, actually, you know what? You probably keep him because he's a dirty player anyway.
Yeah. Kazdice are rolling it hot though.
See, Lava Jackal is a fellow believer in the value of rotters. Yeah, I got you, brother.
And most of the Kazdice we've seen to be in the 50s. Or has it been all of them been in the 50s?
It's been pretty brutal to be fair.
We've got what? Niggle.
Yeah, I think the territory we're in is one dicing the rotter with your Shiver Hands Hobgoblin. Punch the Pestigo for good measure, then run Hathark at the ball again. See, I just see 40k players and go, ooh, fodder.
The game merely stops him from being too strong. Okay.
5-3-3-8 player for 40k is not bad. That's not bad at all. Like, if you think about it, zombies are 4-3-2-8 with regen for 40k. This one's faster, it's more agile, but it loses regen.
Where's Hathark going here?
He's got to go around the horn. He's got to do a break tackle dodge through and get in front of the player. Zombies are incredible. Shush.
What? GS access? Oh, GM, okay.
GM.
I'm thinking 40k player with strength access. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not that. You got a bit carried away. Orc Linos are great as well, to be fair. Yeah, but the thing is, it's the extra movement and the extra agility actually really, you know, the fact that zombies are Agi 2 kind of makes them good at one thing, whereas rotters have a lot of jobs they're good at because of the Agi 3.
Yeah, it's what they are on a Nurgle team as well. Like, sure, other teams have got, you know, players that can do, you know, like certain roles better and stuff. It's the fact that, like, you know, compared to all the other players around them, you know, they're still fairly fast, and the Agi 3 is.
That's a good position. Synergy has to do 2/2+ now. You're probably moving up the Ant to assist. Paul Gastronomy's gone in with the Blitz on Hathark, and then it's a 2/2 to score.
You can chain both? Yeah, I guess you could chain push out.
It's a lot of dice to roll to get there, though. Yeah, if it requires GFIs, you might as well just do the 2-up dodge, 2-up GFI.
Oh, he's going for it, yeah.
Yeah, he's making the player suggested. Like I say, Synergy's a very good coach with a very, very strong grasp of the fundamentals of Blood Bowl. I'm genuinely surprised it took him this long to get here.
The dude's done a lot of grinding in, like, CCL and stuff as well. You know, actually, you know, just repetition, you know. Just building all these kind of, like, mental habits, you know, into your head so that when you come to a game like this, like, you know, it's just automatic. You just do
Hello. Oh, thick skull being a big deal. If Hathark had gone off and there was, you know, a chance that he doesn't work back up, 2-up with a reroll, that's pretty good odds. I'm not going to get the calculator out, but I'm going to say that's pretty good odds. And he gets it without the reroll. G-Cell put up one hell of a defense, though. He really made Synergy work for that, which is, if you'd have looked at the teams prior to the game, you wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah. There was also some times as well where you know, he was asking Synergy questions and and saying like, okay, do you want to re-roll this? There's so many times that we were kind of talking about, oh, will Synergy use his re-roll here? Or, oh, we might have re-rolled that. But, he actually
2
forced
kills
Synergy
back.
to have to use his dice to score, where a re-roll could have been really important on that turn 8 there.
Absolutely, for sure. Now, we are in the situation we talked about, though, where right now G-Cell is down 2 men. If the KO comes back in the second half, he'll be down a man permanently. Synergy's got a 1-man bench, so he's hoping that some of these rotters take some casualties, and I'm surprised. You've got to get your Agi. There we go. I was like, why is the Agi 4 on the line? He's just been the hero. He doesn't deserve that.
Yeah. If you wanted to try and remove that play, I think you could have brought the Nurgle Warrior up around, hit left there, and chain pushed up and out that way if we're being like super critical about that, but I think it might have been a GFI or something in there as well. I'm not sure. I need to have a look at it again.
They all said plus Agi Rotter was a bad idea. Oh. They laughed at his plus Agi Rotter, he laughed at their corpses.
To be fair, I'm quite guilty of that. I don't usually take big expansive stats things in my linemen.
Well, the problem you've got is, of course, that you look at Rotters as trash.
It's a much better idea than the Claw Rotter, yes. There are some really weird zombie and rotter builds out there, though. What? Wasn't there a vamp rot? What? So it's Synergy's turn to get an extra reroll from the kickoff event.
Not that it matters, because it's turn 8.
Correct. Ooh. There's a KO. Lend me your wound. There's another break on a rotter.
Yes, Superfed killed it. He was incredibly happy about it, because in his opinion it just made Atomix's team better. And I'd argue that he probably had, because Atomix's team is ridiculously good and didn't need that rotter. With the Synergy's team, the extra agility is a massive assist, because you're always taking it. Oh dear. You're always taking a wizard every game, so having a backup to counteract the wizard. Oh wow.
Chuff stays down. And whoa. Okay. It's almost like Twitch chat's become prophetic. I'm gonna be honest. I think Synergy still has the team and the discipline as a coach to be able to deal with this. Who has fame? No one has fame. Fame's equal. That's another thing that surprised me at the start. Like, guys, don't get carried away to the point that, like, you're expecting too much here. I still think this is an uphill fight for G-Cell. Like, maybe there's a little bit of hope, but, like...
The big hope comes from if Synergy takes damage this opening turn, it could make a huge difference, especially if the rain stops. If the water dries up, and Synergy takes some damage, maybe a rock as well, to add insult to injury, you know, it could really swing the game. But right now, Synergy is still in the driver's seat.
He's got one reroll back.
You know what? That's actually a big deal. That's a big deal. Rock a Category 6 Cyclone and a new Baller Outbreak, and then Synergy has like an aneurysm. Uh-oh. It's okay. He's only got 5 left.
Absolutely no hesitation there at all. It. Just bam, reroll that. But what about the overtime plan that you guys are going on about?
He's got 5 left. The overtime plan is, it's okay, still got 5. Liscaris is saying the same thing in chat.
Yeah, but then, you know, he snap rerolls next turn, and then the turn after that, and then, you know, you're back down to 3, and you're like, We're in the rain as well. Like, if he fails the pickup, there's a lot of actions where, like, you know, I mind you, he's got sure hands, he got a billion rerolls, but, like, my point is there's still a lot of actions where, you know, you could feasibly want rerolls.
Overtime plan, use no rerolls and win on kicks, just sit in the corner. I don't know if... Hello, Dr. Greed. Oh, hang on. What the hell time are we on? Poop. I've got 25 minutes. Synergy, wrap it up. Time to go. Morning, Rama. Kicks are easy when you go +5. Yeah, you can't possibly lose, I don't think. Like, you can't. I don't think you can actively lose kicks.
What happens if it's a draw? Kicks. They'll just reroll again.
You roll again. Yeah, so if you've
got
your
+5
if you've got +5, you just win. Because...
Yeah.
Ah, checkmate. It's, all those AI teams with 8 rerolls, they know what they're doing. They're winning on kicks. I once played an AI team, right, with like 8 rerolls and a chef. And then it got a kickoff, a reroll and a kickoff event, and then there were like 12 rerolls. And I was just like, they're going, that's ridiculous.
Why are you playing AIs in the first place?
I was seeing how effectively you could farm Scions in Eternal League.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that was a thing for a wee
while.
while.
It takes far too long. Yeah, it takes far too long. 4 weeks from today, Dr. Hep. That sounds phenomenal. Oh, congratulations, mate. Have a good time. No wonder he signed up for all these bloody casting.
Yeah, I've had school holidays in 2 weeks, I'll be joining you. All the time in the world. Best thing about being a teacher.
You know what the best thing about being a full-time parent is?
Go on.
Technically, I work from home, but I haven't been at work in like 3 years. Except, you know, you're a full-time parent, so you're still working. But I'm working from home, which is definitely a bonus. Every day. Now that's not true. If I'm quite frank. Every day is not a holiday. Let's not get too carried away.
Sinji's rolling push dice again.
Well, it's okay.
You don't take this block with a rudder, right?
Which block?
The one
Maybe?
on the guy next to the Beast of Nurgle. You just keep him on the Beast
Hello.
of Nurgle.
Hello. Ah, it's just.
Oh, stun.
You know what? It's more and less stressful, Rama. At least you don't have other people telling you what to do. Well, you do. You have got kids to do, I suppose. It's a weird one. It's a weird situation. Hard to describe, but it's good.
Oh, he did take it.
I agree with him taking it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even if that guy was just a push, I mean, it doesn't hurt him.
I'm an elf coach. I see big Beast of Nurgle and I'm like, you know, I try to reverse the situation in my head and think, oh, don't you want as much stuff on that thing as possible?
Here's the thing with Synergy's Beast of Nurgle. It's good, but not having block kinda makes it vulnerable. Because it can be uphilled on a 2-die, on a 2-red, and like there's a 55% chance to... Is it 55 to knock it down, or is it 55 chance to get a push or better? I don't know. It's... I think it's a 55. I'm right. Yeah. Well, go. 55% chance to go well. Does have stand firm doesn't have block though, so you're looking for a 4+ on both dice.
Feels a little bit like a weird one. Like, how do you get SPP on Beast of Nurgles? Like, usually, just MVPs over and over.
Blocks. You find when you're up far enough in a game, you start throwing blocks on them. Or when your position's secure and you don't need the beast to continue to secure your position, you start throwing blocks. They do have Mighty Blow.
Ooh. Again, another instant reroll there.
Only got 4 left.
Scar TDs. Beast of Nurgle TDs, okay. Sure.
Yeah, true. As Lascaris says, you tend to be tying up soft targets. Don't ask Lava Jackal how to level up Beast. He can't even keep the bloody things alive. I love XS is exactly on the same page as me. Okay, guys, stick up 4. It's starting to get worrying that he's burnt 2 rerolls in 2 turns. Swag Tusk as well. Big old guys have rolled out. They're in top form this morning, you know.
Yeah, you got some of Big O's finest in chat there, though.
Did you just describe Swag Tusk as Big O's finest?
When he's not around Crusader, yeah.
Swag Tusk doesn't even describe Swag Tusk as Big O's finest. My maths checks out. GSL's in trouble by turn 7.
I said some of, not singular. You are Big O's finest. Don't get carried away.
Come on, uphill the beast for a laugh. Do it. It'd be funny. Do it. Do it. Do it. He didn't do it. I'm so disappointed. Chat wanted him to do it.
Twitch chat wants a lot of funny things, though.
To be fair, I feel like I'm getting a bit rowdy at this point as well. But it's fine.
You're gonna have to rein yourself in, you know, if you're casting in 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm just getting in the mood, dude. Oh, he just pushes. He's a poop. He's not really a health coach. He's a undercover Russian. Energy take my synergy. What? It is what happens in a match like this, isn't it, Lava? Yeah, like I said, you're an undercover Russian, Swagtask. Who just got... Why did Surge get purged? Direct, Surge!
My bot didn't like something he said, I think.
Surge, you might be the Big O's finest, but the bot does not care.
It doesn't even give me a reason for that.
It's caps. It's cap spam. And he's not special.
Oh, right, okay.
So, you're not Big O's finest, Surge. Sorry. Tom lied to you. just a pleb. You know what? Actually, I think the worst part is everyone's trying to make Surge feel like a pleb at the moment. Because I don't know if you caught the chat in playoff spoilers earlier, Tomo, but everyone's talking about how good it'll be when Uvasak takes on Ornan in a rematch of last season, and Surge just sat there going, "What am I, chop liver? Ornan's still gonna get through me."
KO.
Dong. His exact thought process.
What? Oh, break tackle. Roll the 1.
Oh. Nice dodge, you idiots. Break tackle's such a good skill in a Beast of Nurgle until you roll a 1. Everyone's like, that beast's gone rogue! And it just hasn't, it's just gone stupid. Yeah, F's in chat for Surge's defeat by Ornan. I'm gonna have to go and set my chat up, my stream. I kind of want to watch the end of this game. Who am I casting? Can they wait?
You have to message him. You're the boss of ReBBL, just tell him. You can't play yet.
I'm casting with Gerber as well, so that'll be a good laugh. I am casting Donkey Dragon and whoever Donkey Dragon's playing against. Team called Bull Canoe. Which sounds like Chorfs. Yeah, get in here, XS. I'll tag you in. And then I'm casting, after that, I'm casting...
those really more bigger bias. I've not been biased!
After that, I'm casting Pantheon Passes versus Cento Montaditos, which is going to be fun to pronounce all game.
That's a game I want to see.
And then, because I haven't given myself enough pronunciation challenges, I'm then casting Gerber's game, which is Night Juggler is Back versus Conspiration Entropique. Busy day.
But you love being in a European time zone, casting all that stuff.
Have you seen the calendar, mate? It's stacked. Tomorrow night is insane. From 3 o'clock between 3 o'clock and midnight tomorrow, my time, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, admittedly, a lot of them are stacked over each other, and a lot of them haven't been picked up. So I do need you European casters out there and you American casters out there to pick up those games. Because I haven't had to chase down any coverage, really, this season. I felt quite good about that, but now I feel like there's a couple of games starting to not get picked up, and I'm going to have to start chasing people down yellow.
The stuff that was on the calendar really early, I think, is all being kind of, snapped up quick. It's just the same every playoffs, isn't it? There's always some people that kind of like, okay, we're playing in like an hour, if you're lucky. Yeah. So it's always hard to find people just off the cuff to go, okay, cast this now.
Yeah, no, but there's 2 games tonight that haven't been picked up.
This is the same surf opportunity thing I called in the Marker game earlier.
Uh-oh. It's okay, boys. Got to reroll.
Like,
he really is burning it. You know what, right? This is the downside of having a chef. Is you get into this world where you think it's okay.
And Synergy still got his. Synergy's like, he's rolled down 3, Synergy got an extra 1, it's still there.
It's still good, boys. 3 left.
Oh, here we go.
There you go, mate.
Hello, mate. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, mate. Are you saying that Rel doesn't cover their games, man? What a shock. I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Well, other than having to leave this game, so I'm not going to see what happens next. I am grand, yeah.
Man, just pull rank, man. You just say, look, boys, you're waiting. You don't know 20 minutes till it's OTs or something.
And wait.
Yeah. Like, you want this game covered? Wait. You've got that veto power, don't you?
Yeah, but the thing about having the veto power is it's more effective when you don't use it. Because then when you use it at the right time, everyone stands there and goes, huh?
Come on,
yeah, when you get cooed,
surf
though,
it.
when you get cooed, you're going to lose that power. You got to at least use it once.
Sorry, I dropped a random nanny for Tom there.
I pretended not to hear it.
I actually actively heard you pretending not to hear it. You could hear the sound of you ignoring it. Hello. That could have been a hero chuff. It wasn't, but it could have been. Oh, why is this game still going on? I want to watch it. Laugh at Jack. Exactly, man. Oh, this is basically all gone wrong for poor old G-Cell right now. Oh, the beast is done. Yeah, I can leave now because I know Synergy's probably won from here.
I'm going to imagine say, man, you should have seen the ending, but G-Cell pulled it off, you missed it. Oh.
Right, I'm out. Peace, guys. I enjoy the rest of the cast. Tomo, I'm expecting that fatty host.
Why, do I actually have people watching?
You've got like 50.
Oh wow, 50, that's tied my record, actually.
You got a fair crowd, mate.
But yeah, genuinely, it's been a pleasure casting with you, Tomo, over the last couple of days, and I hope we can pick up a few more games soon.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
Alright, thanks for having me along. I will see you next time. Do random boy.
Oh, something like that, man. Where's my brother? My brother will correct you on that one. He loves that crap. But yeah, we're just back to Synergy taking hits and things from here. Like, take hits, kill things.
I mean, G-Cell went for the other. Looked like he went for the other score before his team probably died with. So I guess is it the right play to do? Possible. Don't know. So he's in a hard position and he went for it. So you can't fault the decision behind it, but
absolutely not. It's like we were saying, when Metal was here, like. Mad props to G-Cell. He's come out, he's actually rolled his dice, and he's thought, I'm going to do everything I can to win the game. And that's what we want to see from playoff coaches.
That's the right mindset to do it. Absolutely.
Like, you build your teams to win playoffs. You don't build your teams just to kind of, have these nice players you can just sit and admire and look at. They're pro players. They win games. Or they try to.
Exactly. I mean, players come and go, man, but, your victories in playoffs last forever. Right? or until this leak goes away. Like,
Can his ball? Nah, not quite. You need to roll too many GFIs together.
you only get one reroll as well. It's probably looking on look over the emphasis going, man. I wish I had 6 rerolls to burn.
Good. Right, what's he gonna reroll this time?
What's it? Probably be a break tackle dodge from one of the Bulls. That's my guess. That or a foul appearance. Has foul appearance triggered yet at all?
No.
Then it'd be foul appearance.
Yeah, some of these games have been gotten, like... I guess it's the first round. There's a lot of one-sided games in the first round. You get to spots like this, and it's like...
I mean, it's always going to be a hard matchup coming in when you're like a first or second season off at 1400 TV. You've done a much development versus, you know, this really powerhouse of a Nurgle team, right? 20 to 100 TV.
Yeah.
Has all the tools in the world. Doesn't help that it's raining as well. I mean, yeah, sure, your Wizard probably wasn't the best for that fireball in the first half, and his claw's been firing pretty well.
Yeah, I think for G-Cell, if there's like... The only big one mistake that we would actually go out and go, okay, you kind of lost your head a little bit there, was that Wizard. Like, everything else, you know, you could genuinely see he had a game plan and he was trying and it was structured, whereas the fireball, I just think, was a shot to nothing that you probably could have done something better with.
Oh, look, his fireballs, I mean, his defense was fantastic in that first half, minus the fireball, like, let's be honest. He did a really good job for what he had, and this was, I mean, on his defense as well. So he was copping hits. He had a blitz, still didn't help too much, but I don't know. I think just all the little things add up. Plus, you know, they're playing in the rain when you don't really have any edgy 4 as well. Early short development is pretty tough. He's just trying to figure his move. So, problem at this point, you know, you got your both balls to free up, but I mean, all your blockers are tied up. Yeah, there he goes. Ah.
Didn't even need break tackle.
Nah, pure skill. Well, that's one thing he's rolling well, at least. Is it?
Okay, now where do you move?
Or you move one down, go for one dust on the beast on the warrior, I guess. Try and free up that. Then go for a dodge because it's from the claw, because the ground hits much softer than that claw made by warrior.
We're living in a world where he still has to score, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's rapidly running out of players, right? I mean, the last actually free on the pitch he's got is that stunned Hobgoblin.
Wow.
Where's the uphill? Well, he doesn't stand firm, so... I mean, it is certainly a rookie. It is a brave uphill into the claw mighty below.
Brave.
But he's got rerolls to burn, right?
He's got rerolls. Jesus.
One day
here we go. There it is.
Yeah. Alright, it's okay, boys. Still got 2 rerolls left. We're still good.
You still got 1.
Like I said, turn 15, we'll be in a bit more trouble here if we're out of rerolls. Runners play a role in, like, they're kind of like an auxiliary piece. Like, if Pascal's not available and your warriors are tied up, runners fill the gap, similar to a Hobgoblin on the Chorf team. They're more expendable though, because, you know, they're cheaper and they're not as quick. But especially on like rookie Nurgle teams, Rodders more ball carrier position. But I mean, for synergy at this point, the Rodders aren't important. Anything but the Racklettes on the code or the HG4 one, which is a hero for the first half. But you know, you tend to see that the K makes I mean, they get cycled a lot through the K, just how it is, and lack of regen.
That's an interesting choice.
He's gonna blitz it down the bull. That's the last. Once he goes down, the strength battle is relatively over at that point.
Like, what was her Hathak needed to actually escape tentacles? Is it like? Oh God, it's
I don't actually know. I think it's a
5. It's a 7+ or something, isn't it? Or an 8+?
Yeah. Well, he's also Hathak's also the only current scoring threat. It's as likely as it is. He is in scoring range, I believe. Yeah, scoring range. So you can blitz him out of range at least. So yeah, it's unlikely, but you know, don't risk it at this point.
It would need a roll of 6 to get the ball in his hands. With all this disturbing presence and everything around, like.
But it's possible. The thing is, it's still possible.
It's possible. Oh yeah, he's got rerolls.
He's got 3.
Nah, Sinji's picking the ball up here and the ball's going bye-bye.
Well, he's got short hands, right? SG5 short hands is pretty good. It is currently a 4+ in the rain, even as SG5.
Got blitz, doesn't he? So like, something will get knocked off the ball here.
But it have to the ball because he can't blitz. He cannot blitz the Chorf off the ball for the angle he's gonna blitz from.
2 GFIs to blitz the ball though. Heck, does he have his blitz? He does have his blitz, right?
Yeah, he's got a blitz. Yeah, he's
oh right, just blitz with the pass to go. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Then he would drop down, pick it up, and dodge out. He probably end up burning his last reroll on the dodge. Surprised I didn't see him still mark the use the pestle on the mark because it's still only 2+ dodge. So great tackle to get out from that.
2,
to cut through.
6. Now this build we need to do 2 dodges so he wants to try and hit the ball now. Oh no, he doesn't. He just runs through.
No.
I'm so guilty of like looking at things in a too complicated way sometimes.
Nah, yeah, just keep it simple, man. Now he needs to do. That's still only what? It's a 4+ dodge. You know, dodging from 1 to 2 tackle zones. It's doable until 1 does.
Yep, 4+ to that.
Well,
you can get rid of that.
Worse players.
In fact, no, you can't get rid of that now where it's got stand for.
So 1 down, he's in 2 down, 1 down the rudder. Jesus, that's not a run, that's a red down the rudder. Actually for rudder doing some work. Unless he's gonna 1 die the RG4 rudder to move him up to get an assist on the ball.
How's he gonna 1 die the RG4 rudder?
With the mighty blow Chorf?
Oh, he's in
Oh, it's red die, of course.
Yeah, red.
My god.
Stand firm guard. You know that thing you know all about.
Yeah. No, see, how did I miss that? See, I told you I'm not a good coach. Just a lucky one.
It's always harder when you're casting. Like, a lot of people are like, you know, oh, you're not even playing the game, you're just casting. You should be able to see everything. It's like, no, it's actually harder when you're casting.
4+.
Oh, there we go.
Push. Reroll.
There's
the next
down to
1. That's another one. Yeah.
1 reroll
It's okay,
left.
still a reroll left. It's okay, we're still good.
We're still even, it's fine.
Yeah, I think that was his last real chance. Yeah, that's probably about it here. You wrap around from the top, blitz the ball off him down with a push, and then you just run away, and that's probably GG.
Like, we're laughing to a certain extent, you know, because, you know, it's funny, honestly. But, you know, that's not to say that he's doing anything wrong while we're laughing.
Oh no, that was absolutely the right play to do. Let's be honest. Like the ball, you take the shot on the ball, and you feel bad because it's such a horrific situation to be in if you are G-Cell. Like,
yes,
I'd struggle to think of like potentially a worse potential matchup for him week 1.
Oh no, yeah, like you're like a baby mutation access bash team coming up against a real big, you know, mutation access bash team.
He's gonna chain push him out of the way. That's quite nice. It's useless for a level as well. Doesn't get it.
No, he hasn't got his level yet. Not yet.
I mean, I reckon I'll probably run up for the handoff actually at this point. You're up 1-0. Your game's pretty safe. Yeah. It's a little greedy, but, you know, why not? Gets you sort of the next round.
I think that, yeah, if he can actually, you know, keep the rest of the charge kind of like pinned down around the midfield where they are now, and like next turn, you know, manages to get the guys up there, then yeah, I think that starts becoming like a play.
It is, yeah. Skater is still very far off away from being a legend. Still needs to get 50 SVP.
When do you start smashing Hathaku, you beast of Nurgle?
Ah, I don't. I just keep leaving tied up there. And if you want to get closer, I blitz him. Yeah, but he'll probably do it in a few more turns where he can get actually, because he has to blitz. And because he didn't break armor, he didn't want to leave an easy break tackle right out as well. So you just got to keep him honest. Like, it's all good and all to run him away, but if you leave it opening, he'll just run that ball over there, and then it just gets a bit tricky. Especially how slow the Rodders and John Lerman is. Again, he's only got one reel as well. He's not like he can really make GFIs. He wants to make that handoff. It's actually done. Paul McGrath's only one Kaz away from what probably will be stand firm. He's Warrior on the left.
That's right.
Yeah, a couple of boys getting close to leveling.
Seems to be a real theme of playoffs this time around, is that, yeah, like, teams have gotten there with, like, you know, ready to tell a story, really. And I think that's kind of cool. Like, we're looking at a team earlier that was in their playoff game, and like they got like 3 levels at the end of the game, and it's like, you know, it's a team that, you know, you can really have a real playoff story of, you know, your team, you're winning games, your team developing, and then eventually, you know, the further you go, you know, your team is just so much different, so much more experienced. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a trial by fire, isn't it? In the sense that, you know, teams, you see them getting made up, they can be broken down in a situation like you look at the 12 bench, nickel bull center, dead blocker, AV busted, dirty player, and then some teams are first pro tackle failure. Out of rerolls, before synergy was.
Yeah, so that's 6 rerolls and 6 turns.
I did call that, by the way. Out of rerolls by turn 15. But then I'll break back on, actually. It's bad at me. Oh. As a short coach, there's probably nothing scarier than seeing that first or second GFI when you're making see sure feet proc.
Oh, any play with sure feet. Any play with sure
feet. Oh
my
my god.
As soon as you see it, it's like
That's it. It's just the last thing. Tentacles are the thing, see? Look at that.
Tentacles did the thing, yep. So what, you blitz down this bull center with the guy,
Absolutely.
hope he gets the Kaz. And if he doesn't
get
the Kaz, you
days.
run him up and hand off.
Yeah, if he gets a Kaz, really happy days, man. And if not, I would. If I break armor, I'll get him ready for the handoff.
Yeah.
If not, then I'll just wait till next turn, and then. I mean, because it is on you. It is your defensive drive, so you will have the last action of half.
Yep.
But yeah, Lant also very close to Legend. That's one really healthy warrior. A lot of warriors you see that high SCP don't tend to be that healthy as well. That being strength 5 does help. It's a bit of a deterrent, isn't it?
Oh, Mel went on about how, you know, survivable Nurgle warriors are as well, so. Yeah.
You say that, but I know some teams that the warriors just can't stay on the pitch, man. But then again, there's 2 schools of that. There's those who can't build a warrior because they keep dying, and those who can't build their pesticles. Synergy is the latter. These pesticles constantly die. Like, I was saying, it's funny because it's the first time in I think in team's history he's actually had pesticles. Like, proper pesticles.
Well, he lost his big Saka to my brother just last week, didn't
he? Yeah, exactly it. And, oh, there you go.
There it is.
That's the level. Yeah, congratulations. In that case, hand off to the Warrior. Why not? Get it, it is. It's a 6+ because it's in the rain and he's actually won, but oh well. Warrior SCP, man, it's so valuable.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
There's no touchdown difference in playoffs anyway.
And else you get a tick for winning.
Yeah. Downs feel bad.
I think Sane's just forgotten about this Pestigore with the bomb.
Probably. I mean, it's easy to forget about him when your focus is in the middle of the pitch and up top where the ball's at. Admittedly, nothing's really threatening him at this point.
Or is this just like super insurance? Like, you know, just in case, like, you know.
Break in case of GFI foul and God scatter. Ooh, that's another one. Ooh, that's a bad one to
dead.
Yeah, that one's a rotter. That one's a rotter too, because that one was a surf death, and that's a claw one too. A claw it was very close to leveling. That's painful to lose.
Is this the team? And there's been a lot of palms inflicted on these guys here.
It is just a one-season team. It's just, you know. I mean, if he's got left, he's still got a guard to find. He's still got a break tackle, block tackle, blow arm ball, which is fantastic. The Hobgoblin with short hands, nothing special. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, City has a reroll league. So if this goes to kicks, yeah, you're right. I don't think it's possible to get a kicks. I don't think he's actually physically out of range unless Fark can do some magic.
Oh yeah, this is
also goal, yeah.
Oh, hey, it's the foul appearance.
Hey!
First time
all game,
I think.
Foul appearance. Yeah. No, you're right, Mucky. My heart absolutely bleeds for any 12th coach.
You want to hear my confession?
Yeah, shoot.
After I've been streaming, when I get really annoyed at the game, I just start spinning jumps in CCL and killing people.
Yeah, I thought so, man. It's just more by I hate myself, or I want to inflict something to somebody else. It's a difference, man. If it's self-abuse, man, then that's, you know, it's you get to the A1. Man, this is nice, man. Yeah, G's doing the smart thing, man. Dodging away, the ground hits hard. Hits less.
I'm curious though, is how vindictive Cindy's going to be again.
Oh, he's gonna do what's the best is protect his team.
Like Div 2, after the way it's been, there's a very strong chance his opinions about certain things have been hardened. And I could just see him putting the boot in and trying to kill something anyway.
Nah, no level for Paul. I don't think he might risk it because he's still got the lead, so he could risk the blitz. But I don't think there'll be anything standing up next turn. This might be a foul. Or it just might be marking everything.
Mark everything up. She can generate hits. He's not moved this pest to go at the bomb.
Yeah, that's a safety. He's a safety one. Don't worry. So now he's out for blood. 3 dice, finds a pow.
Well, this is 10-15.
Yeah. Oh, he's moved him. There you go.
Yeah. You gotta boost those running stats. pure bingo. I need to get in on this bingo thing. I've never done playoff bingo.
Nah, neither. Well, CFNs are usually in playoffs, man. That's why. I know your mate T-Cells playing tonight. I think that's midnight your time.
See if you can get that legend thrower.
Yeah, you can follow your tower. Both down, unfortunately. It's just not happening. I feel a little for G-Cell. I mean, everyone has these games where just nothing works.
Yeah, it's just always going to be an uphill game. Like, always right from the start. Like, can you imagine, like, seeing Herring's draw live and
oh, God.
The despair.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, man, playoffs. Good thought it first season. That's an uphill. Take them both down here.
Knocked the beast down.
That's usually how a beast dies, right? Strength 6 piece gets both down by an AB 7 piece.
Yeah, it's always like a stupid good piece dies like that, yeah.
So your GF5 with Paul, Magrass, and use and to get a 3 dice. Is it even possible to get 3 dice? No, you won't. You can't get 11.
Oh, kill Hethark. That's a second dominance.
Yeah, so kill can you get 6
It's actually SPP as well. Where's that Nurgle warrior that needs it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, GFI. Do it with the guy that needs the 2 SPP.
I don't think you can make it the 3 dice.
It's 3 dice on a strength 5 player. Yeah, you're gonna be lucky on that one. Oh, can he? 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs 3 more assists.
No. So unless he wants to use the beast, you can. Reroll. Greet it, man. Nothing to lose. Well, the Riz, but there it is.
Come on.
Ah, boo.
Oh well. Good win.
Well played. Yeah, but good to see a big old team get through.
There was an area of this team where it was really dicey. Sorry, there's an area of this game that was really dicey where, like, you know, there's a big scrum in the middle of the pitch and both coaches were just rolling pushes and things all over the place. It's that small scrum there where we actually got to see kind of like both coaches' minds working and, you know, like, you know, 2 bash teams, you know, trying to kind of position each other around and, you know, take control of the area. And that was really interesting. But, like, you know, once the dice started spinning and once Synergy's team actually started doing what it was designed to do, yeah, this game was taken away from G-Cell very, very quickly.
Yeah, you're right. It's a great game of chess until the opponent starts, like, flipping the table on top of you. No. Just saying, probably saying that GG's bowling.
Yep.
Yeah. Shame. Do you reckon so? I know you asked, but do you reckon he keeps his team, in your opinion?
I don't know, because I've never had a bash team like this. Like, I know that in my first 1 season game I suffered a lot of deaths in playoffs with like MLs, and you're like losing catches and things. You can skill up catches quickly. Like Chorf blockers,
they take a long that level.
Yeah,
and especially when you get a claw one too. Pretty average MVPs as well on both sides, if you must be honest.
Both of them. So that was 54 blocks to 37 blocks. 54 blocks for 19 armor breaks. For a claw team, that's fairly tame, I think.
Yeah, but it's a quality of those armor breaks. You know, you've got Nana's being removals, 4 KOs, 4 KOs on a death, another death on a surf as well. Don't forget. So
yeah. But anyhow, guys, there is a ton more Blood Bowl coming this evening. As Metal kind of alluded to, a lot of the stuff's going down on his channel. We're just gonna find it and we'll throw the host over there. But thanks for in fact, I'll thank Metal when I join this stream for you know, jumping in. Thanks to Lyscaris here for tagging in for Metal. Anything you want to shout out, advertise?
Yeah, bigger hype, boys. Congratulations, Synergy, man. It's not too late to join the bandwagon. No, other than that, you know, playoffs, man.
And that's awesome. Cool. Already made him reroll his team. He said that, did he? Okay, fair play.
Yeah, well, you can't blame him. All his development practically died in that game, bar one bull, and if he rerolls, he gets a full greenhorn experience as well.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, keep watching playoffs. Keep your eye on the calendar, and thanks very much to the guys that are watching. So I've been Tomo. XS is here. You're going over to Metal. Y'all have fun. Bye bye.